Welcome back to Saturday Night Lady. I am Deej Behrens.
I'm Shari Fesco.
And I'm Debbie Constantine.
And we are your Saturday Night Ladies. We've been through half a season with one new featured player, 2 featured players from last year, and 2 left of the repertory cast for our Ladies of SNL. Shari came up with the awesome idea to do a mid-season report card, just to see where they're at, what we think they can maybe improve on, what things we love about them. This year is Veronica's first year. Both Jane and Ashley are in their second year, 7 seasons, and Miss Sarah Sherman has been on for 5. And so, grab your big dumb cup, put on your big dumb hat, and let's talk about Saturday Night Live.
I just took a sip from my big dumb mug. So I am ready to go. It is very cold here in Michigan, and it's very cold in the basement. So I have some hot chocolate, and I feel much better. Yes, we're talking mid-season report cards because we have 5 women who've been doing a lot of heavy lifting. So we're going to start it off with our rep cast members. And as Deej says, there's only 2. Chloe Fineman and Sarah Sherman. And I'm going to start with Chloe. Chloe was kind of having a rough season last season. I think season 50 wasn't one of her best. Everybody was talking about the fact that she was working on other projects. She wasn't in a couple of episodes. She got sick. All kinds of things were going on. And I don't think we were getting the best from her. Flash forward to this season. She's in almost every sketch where there's a woman, and she's getting paired with Sarah a lot, and I'm enjoying them. She's not the greatest character creator. Chloe was brought on because she's an impressionist, and that's what she does best. And she, of course, brought her Jennifer Coolidge back, so she gets some bonus points for reoccurring. Jennifer is one of her strongest impressions. She also did an excellent Bjork, I thought, in that Impression Parade sketch just most recent episode with Ariana Grande. So when it comes to impressions, she's the go-to of the women for sure. I don't think she does a lot of writing. Even when she's in a sketch, it's usually because she's been chosen to be in the sketch. I don't see her as a writer on a lot of the sketches she's in. But overall, I think she's much improved from last season. I think she's really trying to step up and be available since there are so many fewer women. And, I think she gets ragged on a lot, and I think it's unnecessary. But I know all 3 of us feel that people are unnecessarily ragging on the women. The women in general seem to get ragged on more than the men. That's another thing I've noticed, which pisses me off. But I don't think anybody should get ragged on. Everybody's doing their best. It's live television. It's very difficult. It is way harder to be funny than it is to make people cry. All you have to do is shoot the dog and people cry. Making people laugh is so, so difficult. So all that being said, I think she's having a very strong season. And with all of the factors that I take into consideration, and I'll go over those really quickly, the factors I came up with, and I don't expect Deej and Debbie to stick to these exactly, but do they have at least one impression? Do they have at least one character? Have they done any writing? Those are the big things. Are they able to carry a sketch on their own? And can they work as an ensemble player? And for the most part, I think she's doing all of this. She doesn't tend to be the spotlight of the sketch very often, but she can do it. And she's a great ensemble. And as we said, a great duo player, whether it's with one of the guys, which she gets paired with all of the guys, I think, as a wife or a girlfriend. And she's terrific with all of the ladies. There's been a lot of all-female ensemble sketches. And I think she's been fantastic in all of them. So I'm giving her a B. And we'll see what the second half of the season holds. But I have high hopes for Chloe. She's on the upswing. So I guess I hand off the ball to Miss Demi. What are you thinking of Chloe so far this season?
A lot of what you were saying, I wish there were more opportunities for her to do impressions because she's so good at them. Or Anna Delvey was when I was like, okay, yes, more Chloe Fineman, please. I don't know what the environment has to be to encourage more of those. The impression parades are great. Her Bjork amazing. Yeah, she hasn't really taken me, like you said, Shari. She hasn't led a sketch the way Ego did or Heidi would. When Heidi was there, she was there. But, I think that just comes with shifting of the Jenga tiles at SNL. You can't make up that momentum in the dirt so quickly. But I think the potential is there. I think she's got a really strong niche in impressions. I just wish there was more opportunity for that, or maybe a way to write that in somehow into something recurring. Because I don't care what anyone says, I love her Jennifer Coolidge. I love it. I think it's so goofy. When Dana Carvey came on and did it too, that's even goofier, because Jennifer Coolidge is goofy to begin with. And that's her thing. That's what she presents as. I doubt the touch she talks at home all the time. I love when celebrities do celebrities. It's such a treat. Even when it's kind of bad, I love it. I really don't like assigning grades because I don't know how to do it exactly. But I agree with the B. I don't disagree with the B, because I think she has a lot of potential, and I don't know what has to happen to unlock it necessarily. But her Anna Delvey.
That's actually a mass sandwich.
What? What is that voice?
Mass sandwich is in your mouth. Gives me mass sandwich.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I didn't know.
I didn't know there was an accent there. God, there is. Wow, okay, because I didn't watch the miniseries or anything. I just was enraptured with Chloe's take on it.
Special shout out to the SNL archives for having all this information readily available, because one thing I'm finding trouble with the internet these days is I type in, I want a list of this, and it gets me to a video or an article. No, just give me a list of these people in this year. Chloe Fineman has been a cast member for 7 seasons, 2 years as a featured player, was promoted to the main cast in the 2021-2022 season. Characters, not a lot. Most of them are one-shots, but the one character that she has done more than once is Madison, and this is in the Traffic Altercation series.
Oh, that's funny. You're right.
Day as her dad. Part yelling, part pantomime, and some of the things that she ends up doing.
You suck.
One part she had her one hand sort of cupped underneath and one hand.
Ugh, I hate this guy. Dude, you blow.
Don't! I don't want to see that. And I really don't like that one hand was doing this.
Well, yeah, because guys like it, though.
Madison.
They like it.
She's right.
And Mikey the dad does not love it every time.
Now, where she does shine, as we know, is impressions. We have a total of 57 impressions that she's done over these 7 years, which is one of the big reasons that she's been hired. Some of my favorites, aside from the aforementioned Jennifer Coolidge, she does an awesome Drew Barrymore.
She does.
Her Jamie Lee Curtis, which is not something we really see done a lot. JoJo Siwa a few times.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot about JoJo Siwa.
Couple of impression parades. Leslie Mann, who is the wife of Judd Apatow, married Kate Olsen in a few sketches with different people. Her Natasha Lyonne.
Oh my God.
In the Britney Spears Impression Parade audition. That was bang, 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 bang on.
Reading her memoir?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's an underappreciated sketch, period. I'm glad you're bringing this up.
Now, I haven't been able to find the episode this was in. Chloe was going around doing an impression of all her castmates. So she's done Katie Bryant, Kate McKinnon, Cecily Strong, Melissa Villaseñor. She knows her people very, very well, including the physicality of Kate McKinnon. Just on the other edge of things, she also does Timothée Chalamet.
Oh my God.
I forgot about all those impressions that 57. That's amazing. Oh, her Chalamet is so great. She looks a lot like him. It's kind of eerie.
Reese Witherspoon. Another white one she has done. Tend to be celebrity impressions. She has done a few political ones, such as Lauren Boebert. Ugh. Everyone assigned to initial 7-year contract, but we'll have to see after the season, is she going to decide this is time, or will she stay on? It's hard to say. She's still a solid performer, and as Sherry is mentioning on how much the women get dumped on, pisses me off. You can count on her to do what she does. I don't see her breaking much, so I'm going to give her a B+.
We are moving on to Miss Sarah Sherman. We have 2 Rapcast females. That's got to be some kind of record. That's so few. Sarah is in her, did you say her 5th season?
Yes.
So this is season 5 for Sarah. People are ragging on Sarah because she's not doing her squirmy stuff as much. And when she first came on, she did the meatballs and she did the this and the that. But you know what? She's a flippin' actress.
Yeah.
She needs to change. She still loves her squirmy stuff, and she did a whole HBO special that I've been hearing mixed things about, but that's all squirmy. So she's got other outlets for that. She's still doing some squirmy-esque stuff on the desk, like that great raccoon bit that she did. I mean, let's give this woman some mother freaking credit. She can go from a raccoon to a girlfriend in like a second flat. I mean, she's amazing range. She's not just the squirmy girl. She can do really anything. And she has been stepping up in a major way. She's in almost every sketch. Plus, she's at the desk. She has great rapport with both Che and Jost. I wish they put her with Che more. She's great with both of them. She's so salty. I mean, she's my favorite. She's been my favorite cast member definitely this season. And I believe that Sarah is, I mean, she's doing her best. She's obviously not Ego. She's not Heidi, but she's doing her very best. She's stretching herself in ways I didn't even think she could do. She was one of the wives in the Missing sketch where she's like, oh, I just went to the bathroom, and she delivered those lines so beautifully. She has these great facial expressions. Like, she just can't believe what these men are saying around her. And I just can't say enough positive things. I think she's really stepped up this season. I think male or female, she's one of the strongest cast members right now. She certainly is involved in the writing. She's helped with pre-tapes. I'm sure she had a hand in that Home Alone pre-tape. Come on, she has to have. With all the blood. And we know Sarah loves her blood, as we were just talking about. I would certainly give her a straight up A. She's done everything she's been asked to do. Like I said, she stretched herself in ways I don't even think she thought she could do. This is, I think, her best season yet. She just keeps getting better. I don't see any backsliding. She keeps getting better and finally leaves the show. She's going to be one of those Hall of Fame kind of cast members because she is so versatile.
I gotta say, when Sarah started, like, I did not like Sarah Sherman when she started because everybody was goo gaga over Sarah Sherman. I was like, okay, like, all right, like, Farley's gone, so I don't know what you want me to do with these new cast members. Like, that's my level. But I don't know what it was. First and foremost, Sarah is a stand-up. She has this incredible rapport. Whenever male stand-ups host, she has this, like, with male comics that are like a half a generation above her or right at her level. She gets along with them really, really well, and they really appreciate her humor without, it's really a unique chemistry that I see with every male comic that comes on to host. I think what won me over was when she did Jewish Elvis. Sarah is a star. Everything about her is true. She's amazing. I will follow her for life. That's it. I'm a Squirm fan forever because of what she brought to that, and she made it with so much swag, and she embodied Elvis. And she, like, played up on all, like, the Borscht Belt stereotypes that you could because she made it, like, kind of kitschy. From that point on, I was like, all right, everything is true. The rumors are all true. Sarah Sherman is great because I thought she was going to be one note. Like, I'm quirky and weird. I like body humor. It's like, all right, we get it. But when she started doing ensemble pieces and she was, like, a boring girlfriend in a brown wig, I was really impressed with that. I was like, okay, she doesn't have to be the center of attention. She can step back and be part of the ensemble, serve the greater scene. And I really respected that. Even though people were like, oh, I want more Squirm. And it's like, no, she's doing what's best for the ensemble, what's best for the team. She's a team player, for sure. And she's not one note. And when she gets a spotlight, when she does the raccoon and when she did Jost's long lost son, funnier and funnier for me when this elaborate character arc is made and she's fleshing out all this backstory, but all of it is to just roast Jost. That's the point of all of it. When she first started doing that, I was like, okay, but now she goes to such great lengths and all of it is just dunk on Jost. And that is so funny to me. And her paw work, her work with tiny paws with squirrels or raccoons, absolutely sublime, absolutely perfect embodiment while still being funny, but like scarily accurate. So Sarah Sherman has won me over with her talent and her skill. And I think she really rounds out the cast. She's such a Swiss Army knife and all the blades are sharp. So I hope she stays on for a while, but if she doesn't, she loves to perform and she has a very distinct brand and identity apart from SNL, which is kind of unique that she's able to have so much restraint and the ability to parry with what's on the table. I think she's great. I agree with the A rating for sure. And yeah, like I never know. I never know what's going to happen when I see Sarah when the sketch opens. Like, is she going to be the zany one? Is she going to be crazy? Is she going to serve the scene? Like, I don't know what she's going to do. So I think she's a delightful, I don't want to say wild card. Whatever turn she decides to make, it's like, I'm entertained. I think she's great. I agree with the A. And that's my stick on Sarah Sherman. Sarah Sherman.
Sarah with an H. So apparently Sarah does not think H's are ew. So when she started, she came in with Aristotle Athari, James Austin Johnson. Aristotle was cut after her first season. And as we see, James has been along for the ride. She has a very strong voice of her own. Demi said, Swiss Army knife, she can fit into a lot of different slots. This year, because of the cast makeup, the female characters, you see a lot of her and Chloe together. I made a comment on one of her previous episodes that they should form a comedy team called Feynman and Sherman. That would play good in the Catskills. And this was in her first year where she's still doing a lot of the one that really got my attention was Eyes.
Oh my God, yes.
She played this office worker who got plastic surgery to replace her eyes with googly eyes. And this is one where the makeup department really stepped up. I don't even know if she could see through those, but she seemed so proud of her first, but eventually she realized this is really bad because I can't see anything. The way she looked and the way she played it up, it's one that, and then the other parts with her is her rapport with Colin Jost. Let's not discount her impressions, because she does do quite a bit. She does both male and female impressions, like her Bernie Sanders, absolutely excellent. Her John Mulaney.
Oh my God.
Most recently, we saw her do Kate Bush. Current favorites, John Mulaney came back in the 50th, and she was Margaret Atwood.
I wrote it.
Yes. Anytime there's a, what's that name? I will never find it not funny. She's done Wolf Blitzer, Troye Sivan, who I think is like a musician or rap person. She does a lot of political impressions, like Mike Bloomberg, Matt Gaetz, who we saw recently at a press conference, and that makeup, oh my God, she's just freaking scary.
Delicious. She did an awesome update segment with James as Liam Gallagher, as the two Gallaghers from Oasis, and her Fran Drescher, just came back from the various strikes that were on. Underrated impression. Her Bernie Sanders, incredibly. I like that she's doing more regular role stuff, because that's something that every cast member does need to do, but we still get things with her unique perspective, and I'm pretty sure that mold her head gets a lot of use because there's the tennis sketch, and basically there's so I think was she in the Scooby Doo sketch? Oh, I hope so.
Oh yeah, so she was Velma. And I think her head was the head in My Best Friend's House. So that one thing has gotten a lot of use over the years.
It's funny.
Loves what she does. She's a very strong writer and has worked well with other writers. I've just started watching her HBO special, and just the fact that she has an HBO special is quite the accomplishment. As we mentioned in the previous episode, she has a brand deal of Joe Vlog for her Sarah Squirm shoe. I mean, how many people get that from SNL?
God, that's amazing.
I'm gonna go share for an A+, just because she's someone that I relate to a lot, because that's the kind of wacky, weird comedy I like. Even just her general sense of style. I hope she stays on for a while, because I would miss her quite a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's our two rep players. Now I guess we're moving on to our newer folks, two that are in their second season and one that is brand new. And we're going to start with the one who's getting the most talk. Everybody's talking about this young lady. She started off pretty strong, but this season just holding it down. I believe that she's doing quite a bit of writing as well as starring in things. And she's a great ensemble player. Of course, I'm talking about the superstar, Miss Ashley Padilla. What a season she's having. I mean, to be as new as she is and be holding down sketches like that birthday sketch with the farting. I mean, not many are doing that. They're the first half of their second year. I mean, I think Kate was doing it, and there's been a lot of comparisons drawn between her and Kate. I don't see it. I think they're very different, but I do agree that Ashley's doing what Kate did, and it's not taking her long to get in the spotlight. But she's also able to step back with no problem. There's no ego there. Like Kate, she can step back too. No ego. I don't have anything bad to say. She does it all. She hasn't done a lot of impressions yet. She's got the Levitt impression already that she's already got recurring. And I think she can do more. And I think we'll see more from her. She's created several characters. They're all one shots, but we could see reoccurring. I think that old lady on the scooter that was in the game show sketch could come back at any time. Whether you're talking male or female cast members, she's one of the strongest cast members. She works well with everybody. Bachelor sketch where she's the bachelorette, phenomenal with Ben, phenomenal with Tommy. I mean, phenomenal with so many of the cast members. Anybody she gets paired with, she's that bit she did with Dismuke. Of course, she gets paired with Dismukes a lot, where they're the couple making out at work or whatever. But they're the couple that is new and can't keep their hands off each other.
Just hooked up.
Yeah, just hooked up. Thank you. I mean, that was just inspirational. She and Dismukes have an obvious chemistry, but really, I think she's great with any of the guys she's been in sketches with. She works well with everyone. I mean, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of her in the second half of the season. She's definitely an A for me. I cannot believe she's only been on a year and 9 episodes, year and a half, whatever. It's incredible. And I mean, she is one of the only ones that came with Sketchka. She was a groundling, right? So she's the only one who came from like not an internet background, but an actual live stage sketch background. So, there's a correlation there. Those are going to be your strong players a lot of times. Definitely an A for me, and I only see big things ahead. She's a superstar.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we're going to be talking about grades, I mean, maybe we should be grading out a curve. I don't think there's any opinion anywhere that disagrees with that. She is so fully formed and so strong, and she doesn't repeat mannerisms. She doesn't repeat characters. Even when she's doing like a background character, it's like, oh, you did this, but she doesn't go there. I mean, I think I've said before, I need new glasses. I still haven't gotten new glasses. But when I'm watching with my bad eyesight, I think it was the Shane Gillis episode where she was playing the wife of, I think, Mikey Day. I don't remember. And somebody said something and she gave a look. She didn't even say anything. I could see that look without my glasses. Like, I could whoa, this is comedy's happening right now. Oh my God. Like, she was so deliberate in her mannerisms that she could emote, and even with low eyesight, I could see it. She actually reminds me of Phil Hartman. She's so ready. She's like, I'm going to carry this sketch if I need to. I'm more than able. I've been lifting weights for 10 hours. I'm ready to go. Give me the weight. I can take it, and I can carry it as far as you need me to carry it. Just her command of the little pause for the bad haircut sketch, just her command of her presence in the room and her awareness and her ability to be like right there, but look like she's reciting Shakespeare, like she's been doing it all of her life. Like, it's such a unique combo. I know everyone's falling over Ashley Padilla, but it's like really deserved. Like, you don't get that spontaneously. That's born of practice and practice and practice and honing your instinct and honing your instinct and honing your craft and wanting to get better. And I mean, I don't know how old is she?
Born in 1993.
She's like almost like ageless because it just seems like she's always been doing this. How old is she, Deej?
32.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. She didn't seem like she was 19 years out of an improv class. Like, I don't know how long she's been practicing this, and it shows. Like, she is just, I'm just in awe of her as a performer. And, SNL better keep her and nurture her because she's going to be such a tentpole as time goes on, as the seasons go on. I mean, yeah, I think if she had a political impression, that'd be really good. She has the Caroline Levitt, but it's almost like she's like, her skill set is evergreen. Like, any sketch she's in is going to be funny no matter who's president or what decade it is. I mean, it's just, she's really, really, I don't know how much she has to do with the writing, she's just a force to be reckoned with. And I mean, she looks like she blends in really well with the ensemble. So, Ashley Padilla, A for A+, A for Ashley. Great. More Ashley, please. I mean, I think they have the memo. I think they know. They're putting her in cold opens. Like, I think they know.
Well, for me, it's like A+ with honors. Like,
yeah.
Total summa cum laude performances.
Valedictorian for Ashley
Yes, the one big breakout she had was with Joanne's Fabrics that she did on Weekend Updates. Season 50 is a really tough place for a new cast member to start because there's so much other stuff going on. You had the election at the beginning, and then you want to make sure you get your cameo stuff in. Like ground leads training, you can't get much better than that. Most recently, she did the Catherine O'Hara in a Home Alone sketch. Absolute perfection.
Absolute perfection.
Part of her background is, for a while, she was Diane Keaton's assistant.
Oh,
yes.
I did not know that.
She's also been on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so a few little parts there, but I'm trying to think if it was the fastest or second fastest, but she's already done 100 sketches in 2 seasons.
Insane. That's insane.
Yeah, the Simon and Heather was the one that put it to 100. On a 1 would be the voice for Brad and his dad. She came in with Anil Joachim and Jane Wickline. But now that there's less repertory players, I think she is doing quite a lot of writing because unless you do some writing or collaborate with somebody, it's got to find your people to work well on SNL. She knows how to play pauses, which is something that a lot of people don't do. She just knows when to do a lull, and she doesn't really go over the top. And as a whole, it's very controlled, but still within the confines and reality of the character. So she is a beautiful addition to the cast, especially we have half a season with how much she's done this year. I think she's going to be around for a long time, and as a lot of us do, we really hope that at the very least, by next season, she has to be promoted to main cast. But with the person of Bowen, does she get promoted half season? Hard to tell. So, but yes, she will be around for a while, and we love her.
Our new woman, our only woman in the new group. Yes, we all have things to say about that. They had to only have one woman. Boy, she was a find. She was doing sketch work online, I guess. And so she's got the background. And she's just come out guns blazing. She started out very early on with that dryer sketch where the costume malfunctioned and she didn't let that stop her. She can sing. She's got great joke delivery. I don't think we've seen her at the update desk. I hope that they correct that. She could do some quirky characters on that update desk. Stick her with another cast member, make her a duo. I don't know. She's really good in pair work, good in those female ensemble sketches. There's really nothing she can't do. I called her the Swiss Army knife because I feel like she's only been on 9 episodes and she's already done a little bit of everything. She's already got an impression in Post Malone, which she pulled off. Somehow, inexplicably, it worked. And she really did. I am very impressed with her. I think she's standing very tall with those 4 guys. I said, I think she's the best of the rookies, male or female, just above Ben. I love Ben, but she's just above him. There's really nothing she's not great in. I think she's one to watch. I wish they'd put her on the update desk. That's my only complaint. And that's not her fault. I do think she's doing some writing. She did that Cousin Planet with Jane, and I thought that was spectacular. They did every role in there, except Melissa was the only one in there beside the 2 of them. So that just speaks to both of their talents. We'll talk about Jane momentarily. But yeah, I think Veronica's having a great start to her career. I think she's really stepped up in a big way with this lack of women. And I gave her a B+, only because she's so new. But she's definitely teetering on A territory because she's come out of the gate guns blazing. I only think we're going to see more of her, and we're going to be even more impressed with her in the second half of the season.
When I watch a new SNL cast member, I'm really passive about it. I'm like, all right, I don't know who this person is. You let me know. I don't really know I know the lore behind Jane Wickline because of TikTok and because of Jane Austen Johnson. I know the groundlings lore of Ashley Padilla. I know the gross out body comedy lore of Sarah Sherman. But I don't really know any lore about Veronica really, except that she's done some internet stuff. But I think that's probably because people don't know what to think of her yet. I'm still like gathering. I don't really know what to think of her yet either. But every time she's been given the ball, she's hit a solid double, if not a home run. Especially with the Post Malone. It's such a fine line to pick somebody's like characteristics and exaggerate them without outright making fun of them. And I think she did a really fine walk on that, and it was really funny. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup. I know it sounds bad, but like facially, maybe I really, really do need better glasses. But I couldn't like pick her out. But everything I've seen, I know her last name was hard to pronounce, so she already has points for battling that her entire life. I'm looking forward to giving her more things so I can, all right, show me what she has. Let me see this. Yeah, B, I guess. I don't know. But I'm game. Let's see more. I want to see more of what she's got to say.
Well, a lot of the things she's done previously have been based in Canada. Born in Barrie, Ontario, she comes from the Bad Dog Theatre Company, which is a Toronto improv troupe.
Deej, come in with the facts. Come in with the lore.
She's appeared in things that are filmed in Canada. She had a recurring role she appeared in an episode of the Baroness von Sketch Show, which is a female sketch comedy troupe that had a CBC series.
Oh, wow.
She did 5 episodes of What We Do in the Shadows.
Whoa!
Which is filmed in Montreal. For pure Canadian stuff, she appeared in Murdoch Mysteries, which is a CBC show. Nurses. What do we got here? Oh, yes. She did 6 episodes of Tires, which is the Shane Gillis Netflix series.
I've heard really good things about that.
Yep. And she did 1 episode in 2020 this year for Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne. And she's apparently released 2 singles in 2020 and 2021. They're not on an album. I just found this up tonight, but her singing is absolutely beautiful. She went note to note with Sabrina Carpenter. As a Canadian, I'm always rooting for the Canadians, and she hasn't got a lot to do yet, but this is only her first half season. I do believe she has potential. It's really helping this year that they're doing more female ensemble sketches. The female cast has been used in the season, has been better than it has been in years. We're still lacking a woman of color, but fingers crossed in the future. And just that one impression of Post Malone shows some versatility there. And what she's done one time with Jane Wickline, I think, they all come from an internet background as well. So I think those two are, if Miss Wickline survives this season, they could be doing some more collaborations together. Who knows? But I will give her a B- just because she's awesome so far, but she's still potential. I believe in her.
This is the controversial one that I was referring to earlier. I don't want to start this out negative, but it's looking like she's probably not going to make it to a 3rd season, but I hope I'm wrong. And of course, I'm talking about the very divisive. I mean, go on the internet, you're going to see it. Everybody's got an opinion about Jane Wickline, and most of them are not very kind. Live comedy is incredibly difficult. I think she is giving 100%. I think this is not in her comfort zone. I don't know that she planned to be on SNL. I know Leslie Jones didn't. And then when she got on, she wasn't sure how to deal with it. I know Punky wasn't expecting to get on SNL. These are stand-ups. They got thrown on and they made the best of it. And I think that's what she's not a stand-up, but it's that sort of thing. She does a 2-woman show she tours with. She has a partner, a woman that was touring with, because I saw little bits of it. And she might do a 1-woman as well. Point is, she's not used to ensemble things. I don't think they're her jam. And she's trying. She's making a huge effort. And I give her a ton of credit. I sure as, pardon my language, couldn't do it. That takes some brass balls. Comedy is so hard, as we've been talking about. And I think she's really trying this season. She's pushing herself into new things, just like Sarah. She's pushing herself in new directions. She's trying to fill holes. There's so many holes with Ego and Heidi, 2 amazing cast members who are gone. I mean, that cousin sketch I thought was very clever. And the fact that they did all the characters, and I think that was 90% Jane. I don't think it was as much Veronica. I think it was Jane's baby and Veronica I really don't think she gets enough credit. She's great on the update desk. I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, so I thought that whole thing she did about Stranger Things and the kids being the demise of our world was very funny. She's very clever. She does a lot of writing. I hope they give her a season 4. Would it be? I don't see it happening. They didn't give Trost or Emil, and I thought they had stronger first seasons than she's having a second. She is getting in a lot of sketches, but she has like one line. They're not giving her a lot to do. I give Jane a B-. I almost want to give her a B because I am rooting for her, but I just don't see it happening. I mean, we'll see. Maybe things will pick up in the second half of the season, but I fear that this may be it. But I think she's going to go on to great things. I think she's going to end up in a TV show, or she's going to keep touring. She's going to be fine, whatever happens. But yeah, I hope they don't give up on her. Well, we shall see.
I'm like Veronica. Like, Jane is nothing but lore. Jane is nothing, but most of it's made up by people on Reddit. It's nothing but chatter. I'm not like a Jane stan, but I don't dislike her at all. I don't even get mad at her. But, I mean, the thing is, Lauren likes her. Lauren hired her because he reminded her of Gilda Radner. That's what he told Susan Morrison, his biographer. And he sees like a sweetness in her. And I can kind of see, too, because she has almost to the point of like a lack of awareness of what's going on and what's required of her in a scene. I think she's a creator. She's not a stand-up. She's a creator, which means like TikTok and stuff, I think was her big. I don't have TikTok, but I know she was like a pretty big deal there and she had a pretty big following. The main thing is like she's not comfortable, which I think is like kind of a quirk, but she's not comfortable reading cue cards. And if she could just get comfortable on performing live, I think she could be such an asset, because I don't think she'll ever lose that sheen of innocence or awkwardness, which I think is really useful in a lot of sketches. Like, it's a really good tag on some things, like the Bowen and on Ariana Grande charades episode.
Well, to be fair, they did have crazy tension.
I wish she could get more practice doing scene work. If she had like 10% more comfortability with what she's doing, I think she'd be so great and such an asset. But she almost gets like deer in the headlights. Because John on SNN pointed out she's a little late in the game to be visibly reading cue cards. I don't really care about people reading cue cards. That's what they're there for. I really don't notice. But when I notice that they're doing it, I'm like, oh, maybe that's something that she should work on. So, I mean, I don't get the Jane hate. It's like a hobby for some. It's like a sport. Like, how much can we hate Jane today? How many words did she say? And that's proportionate to how much hate I'm going to put on the internet about her. It's like, get a life. Like, could you do it? I'll stop it. It's really difficult. But she's not comfortable. And it almost like it takes away from what she could be adding to the scene. So I hope that she gets some practice with some ensemble work and gaining some more like flexibility and being able to be more nimble. She's very stilted in her delivery. And I can't stand talking like this about a person who's performing on SNL. Like, how hard is that? I don't even like doing it, but she gets so much hate and it's not fair. And I maybe took a deep breath before a couple scenes, or maybe took the pauses that Ashley does, take the cues from that. She has a very unique sensibility. She's very tall. She's got a very interesting look. It's not androgynous. It's very unique. And I really wish that she could on her blind spots or her weak spots, because I mean, I think she could be great and I don't get the hate. I will never get on the hate train. The people that are rooting for you are rooting for you.
SNL, as we all know, is a very hard gig. And especially with new performers, you're just trying to get that screen time, trying to get the things written, people going on and on about the cue cards. This show is re-scripted down to mere seconds before people go on stage. Yes, you can get used to your lines. I get the general gist of them, but until you get out there on that stage, things could have been changed, and you don't know it till you actually see it on the print. The Creating Saturday Night Live series on cue cards, all the work that goes into it, the one they did on directing, after the dress rehearsal, they took away the binder, and the binder comes back with so many Post-it notes. Yes, it takes a bit of time to learn that, so some of the other things what people are picking on her for is she is considered, and I hate this term, a Nepo baby. Her mother worked as a assistant to Lorne Michaels for a while. Her father, Matt Wickline, wrote for David Letterman and In Living Color. She has a strong musical side that she's done on Weekend Update. Needs to be more comfortable with herself. The water slide sketch, I think she did really great in that.
She did. I thought she was great.
I remember a particular sketch, the Jeremy Renner episode. The corner sketch was looking off distance, hinted that in actor gave, you don't play to the people, you play to the cards. And when you're doing sketches, it's not acting, it's performing, which is significantly different. Comes to Weekend Update with characters, you do have a bit more leeway. And the one thing we know that has been so far 90% universally loved is the Alyssa from the couple you don't believe is together. Both of them have great chemistry. You know, she's just a mild-mannered kind of a girl. You get after her man, she's willing to cut a bitch up.
Did you buy that fake booty on Temu, you dusty bitch?
Featured players is always a very tough game, but one of the things that did impress me recently was the Elf on the Shelf support group.
Yes, that was great.
Yeah, she went dark. 2 major songs she's had for pre-taped videos. We've already talked about Cousins, but the season finale for 51, Walter Goggins, Baby Shoes.
Yeah, that was good.
I want to give her much more of a rating. It's just, I mean, a lot of the circumstances aren't necessarily her fault because sketches have been cut. You don't know how many things have been cut from the read-through. Then they have to go to like 14 for a dress and then cut after that for the live show. There's a lot of stuff that gets... I'm going to give her a C+. I'd like to do higher, and I know it's not her fault. She's doing the best of what she's got, but there is still room for improvement. But I've been a championer of Wickline from the beginning. Cross my fingers that she will survive the season. And if it doesn't, then, I mean, even with Punky, when she was on the show, the reason why she left, she realized, okay, it's a great gig, but it's really not what I want. So she may just decide after the first 2 seasons, this is just not where I want to be. But just to end this on a positive note, I love Jane. So
yeah, no Jane hate here at all.
No.
Getting on a show and doing a live show.
Getting on SNL is the first place. And on the first place is an accomplishment. One of the things I'm a fan of is the Eurovision Song Contest. People always have opinions about the getting 8 points, but they made it to the final. 2 semifinals. They do 10 acts from each semifinal. You may be 50th in the Eurovision Song Contest, but you got on the contest. I want Jane to succeed.
I can't tell if she's having fun a lot of times.
Yes.
I think she's having fun when she's doing like her keyboard. So I think that's fun for her. I think that's her pocket. I think that's when she's being like awkward part of it. And I think you can't really tell at other times, but it's like, Jane, go find your penguin, go find your happy place like in Billy Madison, go find your penguin. These haters are just insufferable. They're not making anyone's life better. They're like the opposite of Shane Gillis fans. Like, where did you come from?
Since the internet came along, people are more brave in their opinions. And as the saying goes, on the internet, you never know if someone's actually a dog. So so many people, and that's how it looks, as in they could be a type of dog. Funny. The internet has made it easier to have your opinion out there. On the whole, the ladies are working together well. They're holding it together. Just this year, the amount of all the ladies in the same sketch has worked out so well. We still got half a season.
If Jane had a political impression, I think it'd be like it would shut down so many haters, and she gets so much utility. And I think it would give her a chance to be in like a different light because she could play a character that's so unlike her.
Well, she sort of did in the male stripper bachelorette party sketch.
Okay, I loved her line. I loved her delivery. I loved all of it because it was almost like making fun of the fact that she's so stilted at times. That's why I liked it. I know that wasn't very popular universally, but for me, it really worked. It was almost like making fun of herself.
Yes, very much so.
There are a lot of female ensemble sketches with a surprisingly low number of female cast members. So it's very, very paradoxical, very surprising.
All right. So I think that concludes our episode. So we're only a few days away from the second half of season 51. I'm proud of all of them for all the work they have done. With that in mind, sometimes the world may seem bleak, but you gotta go out and find funny.
Funny as hope.
Saturday Night Ladies is a presentation of Wacky Notion Productions. Hosted by Deej Behrens, Shari Fesco, and Demi Constantine. Recorded and edited by Deej Behrens. Off-week show research by Shari Fesco. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, just email SaturdayNightLadies1978@gmail.com. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.